A development in a story we have been following on Capitol Hill. Ousted House Chaplain is now rescinding his resignation. Father Pat Conroy is a Jesuit who has served in Congress since 2011. Capitol Hill correspondent Jason Calvi reports. Good evening, Jason.
Good evening, Lauren. I am able to confirm I have his rescinding of his resignation letter right here. Father Conroy wants to stay on at least till the end of this year. He now says he believes he was pressured to resign without cause. Earlier, I heard from people who were worried about Father Conroy's scheduled exit.
Eternal God, we give you thanks for giving us another day.
Father Pat Conroy prays at the U.S. Capitol Bible Reading Marathon.
On this National Day of Prayer, we gather as people.
Organizer Reverend Michael Hall is sad over Conroy's departure.
It's a huge loss to Congress to lose him, so I pray that somehow God brings him back. We love him. He's a blessing to us.
2 weeks ago, at the Speaker's request, the Jesuit priest turned in his resignation. His letter was read on the House floor.
The position is one which I did not seek nor strive to assume, but I have seen it as a blessing, and I have considered it one of the great privileges of my life.
According to the Chamber's rules, the House has to approve the resignation.
And the resignation is accepted.
Catholic convert Representative Walter Jones says the process appears intentionally underhanded. In a letter to Speaker Ryan, he writes, "Few members, if any, were both present on the floor and aware of the action taking place to actually voice their disapproval." I spoke to Jones about the issue.
I'm a convert to Catholicism. I have found him to be very accessible. I've seen him with other members from both parties on the floor of the House.
Jones is calling on Ryan to allow a House vote to keep Conroy for the remaining 8 months of his term.
For your greater honor and glory. Amen.
Before taking back his resignation, I asked the priest if the House does vote to keep him, if he'd stay on. He wouldn't say, but now because of his letter to Speaker Ryan, we know he does want to stay on. We expect this debate about the chaplain's future will pick up when Congress returns next week. It's certainly the talk of town here in Washington, especially amongst Catholics here at the Capitol. Lauren?
Well, speaking of that, Speaker Ryan is a practicing Catholic. What is he saying?
We are expecting to hear from Speaker Ryan today. As of right now, we don't have his statement, but please stay tuned to our Twitter page for updates on this story tonight. Speaker Ryan earlier has been standing by his decision, saying he was responding to complaints about members saying that their spiritual needs were not being met. His spokeswoman tells me Ryan made the decision he believes to be in the best interest of the House. Lauren?
Capitol Hill correspondent Jason Calvi, great work on following this story. Thank you, Jason.